we took off from the old access road and we're heading toward the old canal. I call this the old canal because this pond was part of the original C&D canal that went from Delaware Bay to the Chesapeake Bay. And as we pan around, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner the new part of the canal, which was cut through the land to make the canal straight. This section, the green section, the algae-laden section, which is cut off now from the pond, from the canal, was made into a pond. And the red section was added here, which gives you the access road and cuts off the southeast section of the pond from the canal. As you pan around now, you see what was put in after the canal was straightened is the largest railroad bridge in the U.S., the highest railroad lift bridge in the U.S. And now you see on the right-hand side, now the center of the screen, the northwest section or edge of the pond. Beyond that's the railroad line, and then beyond that is the marina. So the other, as this canal was extended, well, the original part of the canal went beyond what you see there, and that was turned into the marina. And in a short minute or so, you can see the marina there in the distance. Now I'm going to go up, elevate the drone, and we could see where the marina is located. And then you see the new part of the canal on the left-hand side. So the canal pond and the marina were actually the original part of the canal. They were the original canal. And I think they made this change, and that's the canal bridge. They made this change to put in the new higher lift bridge. I'm out here with Slava. You see him up ahead. We're going to head over to the shady bank. This is where he said he caught a lot the last 2 times he was here. So we'll give it a try. So before I start fishing, give you a little bit of history lesson. Straight ahead there used to be the railroad bridge. This used to be part of the canal. This would go straight ahead to the marina, because that was part of the canal. And they straightened the canal, took the loop out, and they left this pond. Oh! Yo, white perch, Slava. Oh, that's a nice one. He was right. There's a nice white perch in here. Oh, here we go. Now you got your other hook in there. Now you got your other hook in there. Oh, you know what? Another white perch. Man, there's a fat one too. Wow. Okay, let me show you what I'm using. It's just a small Rapala what's it called? I don't know what it is. It's an eighth of an ounce. I don't know what brand. I think it's Rapala, but I'm not sure what model. And I'm catching a lot of these white perch. I'm going to switch to something else very soon. Oh, I caught a crappie. Whoa, it's huge. Man, the fish in here are big. Look at the size of this thing. Holy cow. Nice fish. Well, I only caught 3 fish so far. We've been here maybe about an hour, a little over an hour. It's supposed to be 96 today, so I don't know how long we're going to stay. I don't want to get too hot, and it's tough getting the kayaks out of here. You have to lift them out or wheel them out a treacherous route. The road is completely washed out, so it's going to be tough. So it'd probably be easier to carry them out, but Slava's is really heavy. No way I could carry that thing out. So I don't know if you can see behind me, probably a couple hundred yards is the end of the pond, and then if you see forward, that's the other end of the pond up there, just like at 1 o'clock. And so it's not that big. I think it's like, I think I measured it 27 acres. And it's pretty deep because it used to be the canal. And so the width of this, I'll measure it, but it's, and I'll post it. But this used to be the canal until 1966. And they rerouted the canal further south, made it straight, because it curved up north. And there was a railroad bridge, which you can't see, but all the way down that end there was the railroad bridge. And they got rid of that and put a new one in further south, where the canal now is. And I'll show a picture of that. You can see where the old part of the canal was and the new part. I fished here 5 years ago and caught really big bass, but it's been hot. I don't think Slava, last I heard, he hasn't caught any bass. And we caught a lot of white perch and crappie. But it was 96, 97 here yesterday, so things are slowing down. I don't know what the water temperature is. I don't have a fish finder in this kayak. It's going to be hot today too. I don't know how much longer we're going to stay. Slava! Having any luck? Yeah, I don't know what he said. I think he said it's slow. Alright, we're going to go to this spot where I caught them before. See if they're still there. I should have stayed there until I fished it out. And I got a little white perch. Now this is small compared to the stuff I was catching before. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a train going over the railroad bridge, over the canal. They must have lowered the bridge. I'm going to fly my drone. I'll show you a picture of the bridge later. I was wondering what that noise was. I forgot about the railroad bridge. It's a lift bridge. It's the biggest one in the country. Biggest lift railroad bridge in the country. Yeah. I just got a white perch. Another white perch. I left my my remote control at home, so I gotta voice activate it.
I lost something.
Another white perch. What pound braid do you use? 10? Oh, I lost it. It's in the boat, it's in the boat, it's in the boat. Oh, it's in the net. White perch, yep, white perch. It felt big, but it was a foul hooked it.
Yeah, I like your voice interaction with Canon.
I usually don't use the voice interaction. I forgot my remote control. I have a remote.
Yours is bigger than mine.
Oh, you got one? This is one of those days where you stop counting, Slava. Another one. So I didn't record all of them. There's too many. I'm probably at least up to 20 right now. Ow, 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 ow. You just hooked me. It's got me hooked. Stop, stop. Man, they fight hard. That's a nice one. Okay, so let's just get rid of that one. What do you know? I caught a bass. Small one. But I caught a bass. I thought it was just going to be perch today. Little guy. Whoops. Hey, good. I made my day. That made my day. I caught another bass. Another little guy. How about that, man? Okay, I really am finishing up here. You see I'm heading toward the launch. And although I could still catch some more fish, I think, but it's just too hot. Last I checked, it was 103 heat index, and I got to carry this, get this kayak up a 20-foot slope. So that's not going to be any fun. But I'll get my bottle of water though. So I got to climb up. It's at least, oh God, it's at least 30, 40 feet of vertical I got to go up. This is no picnic. Not when it's 103 degrees. Okay, so looking south now with the drone, we're going to head toward the canal. So this is the new section of canal that was put in when the canal pond and the marina were cut out of the canal. This now makes the canal straight, and it also allowed them to put in the new railroad bridge. I also found out that non-motorized watercraft are not allowed on the canal. It's presumably because container ships use the canal and would create a huge wake and could cause a problem. So this is looking east toward Delaware City, and you see on the right-hand side there's the Mike Castle bike trail, and that's the bridge that a train used while I was on the canal pond, and there's the canal pond to the right now in the center of the screen. So this is where roughly it was cut out, or the land was filled in to cut off the pond and make it landlocked. So when the canal was originally built, it had 4 locks, 2 on either side, and 2 near the middle, and that's because the state of Delaware pretty much has a hump in the middle of it, and they were able to remove the locks by making the pond, rather than 10 feet deep, like 35 feet deep. And they had to do so because of the draft on the ships was getting larger, and they had to make the pond wider. So I encourage you to visit the Canal Museum, the Delaware C&D Canal Museum. It's kind of interesting. Talks about the history of the canal. Thanks for watching.